I'm gonna go out there and say that we had the snazziest intro music of any show in horse racing, at least,
Pre-
if
Pretty
not
much.
the interwebs in general.
What you can't see is when that countdown is happening. I'm doing. I'm just gonna
All kinds
call
of dance moves.
a modified sitting electric slide. There's not a lot of sliding, but there is a lot of shoulder movement to go with it.
Okay. I like it. By the way, if you haven't been watching, I am Megan Devine. He is Chase Sessoms, and this is Devine of the Dog right here on America's Best Racing. We've been with you up until for the whole Triple Crown season, right? The first half of the horse racing season. Obviously, racing goes all year long, and you could follow that on America's Best Racing. But we got to talk about the Derby races. The first two legs of the Triple Crown, obviously the Kentucky Oaks as well, and now we are here at the finale, at the conclusion of both Devine and the Dog, but also of the Triple Crown with the Belmont Stakes coming up this Saturday. And of course, we will talk about that in our what, Chase? Our body armor what?
What? The betting edge.
There
I don't know why that got a sound effect. I
actually like it though. Like I kind of wish you'd been doing that the whole time.
Yeah, I was going for maybe like a bullet noise, but it came out, I think, more of just like a pruning shears kind of noise there. I'm not sure if that's the
like
the
a
noise
little.
they really want. Yeah.
Okay.
Snip,
All right.
snip.
That's fine. So now that we are officially in June, is it officially summer? It is, right? It feels like summer because it's like 90 degrees out here.
Oh, I mean, it's been raining the last few days, but it's been like either just like jungle hot or like cold and rainy. But yeah, summer, sure, it counts. It starts June,
right?
Yeah, once the kids are out, it's summer.
It gets weird in the Midwest, and I guess technically you're the Midwest as well, right? We're both kind of in that zone. It's just odd weather. You get a little bit more warmer weather than I do here up in Kentucky, although it does get, I think, pretty humid. So yeah, it's a weird place to be.
Yeah, it's I'm glad the pool's open because it like occupies my children now. Or I guess I'm really relying on just like the state and local municipalities to take care of my children this summer.
To just get them out of your hands. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah, because it is daddy daycare.
Okay.
Now that Madeline is home.
There you go. Well, I will soon be in your shoes with my own little one on the way. But what are your summer plans besides like avoiding your children?
Well, I'm taking them all to the beach with me. Is what's happening? A couple weeks from now, we're gonna all drive down to Gulf Coast to the Redneck Riviera and have a beach trip with the family. Man,
so on brand for you. I love that. I just love that for you. That's exciting. I am doing everything to get the house ready for the baby. Who is a girl, by the way, if I haven't said that already. So we're just gonna. Everybody on this show is going to have girls.
I went straight into just mode whenever you told me.
I know you're very emotional. I think you're more emotional than I was. But trying to get the house ready, trying to manage all the animals on the farm here with our various X-ray sources and whatever else. And mostly I'm sitting back and watching my husband do the manual labor around the house while I'm like, I can't. I'm pregnant. So
actually, I feel
Can you go get me a snack, by the way? While you're doing that other thing.
Exactly. So are there things that you're avoiding not eating that you just absolutely miss right now?
Yes. I like my steak rare. I want it still mooing, bleeding. Yeah. It's what I want, and I can't have that. And sushi. So those are my two things that I think I miss most. So yeah, that's what's happening around the house. But as far as my professional life, I will be at Ellis Park doing some work for them this summer. So you can tune in there and watch them on wherever you get your racing content. And I'll be doing some on-air work for them. Then my company's doing some PR stuff for Ellis, but I'm sure I'll pop up here and there around your feeds. And of course on the Horse Racing Happy Hour, which airs on Thursdays at 8 p.m. ish.
All right. Yeah. Staying busy. I will be there at Ellis Park to start my documentary that I'm filming about the horse that just got down the interstate at Ellis. Was it last year, I believe? Yeah.
I can't remember that horse's name. I wish it had a great name too. Oh man, it's gonna kill me. But yeah,
the film from the minivan next to it as it slowly passes in the left-hand lane is pretty stellar, pretty amazing. I have to say.
Amazing. Poor trainer Michael Ewing. She does a great job with her horses, and that horse she like rehabbed after it went to the equine clinic and whatever. I was there for a little while, and I think it ran again after that. But it was something like Bold and Sassy, like the horse's name like that. And I was like, yep, no, it's really it's just so accurate.
I feel like there's a Disney movie coming of this. It's like, sometimes courage can't be tamed.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you should just make a trailer for it anyways. I think everybody would enjoy that.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Giving you creative liberty to do that.
I'll Nutty Professor this. I'll play every single part.
Yeah, exactly. So of course, Belmont Week it's very different from Kentucky Derby, the Preakness. Derby, you have like the Kentucky historic, whatever, all the big hats and everybody's there and they're well dressed, and you got the infield, whatever's happening there. I don't know. I don't go there. Except for when I meet Dan and Ren there to do like a surprise hit on ABR on the Thursday. But besides that, I avoid the infield. The Preakness is just a wild party, as we saw and discussed here on the show. Lots of music. Who knows if there's a horse race going on? I think probably. Right. And then you have the Belmont, which is my home track. I grew up going to Belmont, and so I really do adore it. It is so large. I think they say if you stand it on its side, it's like as tall as the Empire State Building or something like that. I don't know if that's true, but it is massive. So outdated, but that's okay. Still love it. And you just get all those, like, if you've got a Triple Crown potential, I think you got a lot more fans, and hopefully they get a lot more fans out there. And then you just got like those rough New York degenerates who I love. They are my people, and they come out from the Belmont, and I love that. And then you have the infield where there's nothing going on. It's just like a golf course that you can't golf on, basically. It's just like a pond maybe, and like some geese. Whatever. It's so different.
Some Boy Scouts are having like a fishing derby on the pond on the inside, just completely unaware that there's horse racing on the outside of them. Yeah, man.
I want to make it super bougie and do like a Hamptons white tent party, like in the grass for there. But they don't put me in charge of Naira, so I can't do that. But that is my dream. So that's the thing. We also have some big characters that will show up. I think a few years ago, Clinton was there, I want to say. So he did a little like wave. The crowd went crazy. So that there was that. You'll have some celebrities show up, and then you have mascots, maybe.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
At least we did during American Pharaoh's year. So what had happened was there was a lot of sponsorship things going on during American Pharaoh's year. You got the Monster Girls that were hanging around with their like little outfits and stuff and walking with Victor everywhere. And then you had the King. The King was just there. And it was the most bizarre thing. We actually had somebody assigned, my friend Ryan, assigned from NBC to guard the King. And not for his protection, but for ours, to keep him out of the shot, because all he wanted to do and was trying to do was to stand next to Bob and just be there for the entire broadcast. And so his job was to basically be the bouncer for the Burger King and keep him away, which, I mean, I don't know how you would put that on a resume, really, when you go back and talk about it.
Rap duo that goes as hard as this one. Boom. Are you kidding me? Yeah, of course they've got to have security around him. Yeah. I mean, I got to ask, just looking at that picture, I mean, Bob Baffert and the Big King, they feel pretty, simpatico. I got to say, great duo or greatest duo.
It could go either way, really. I mean, it's up to you to decide. But yeah, that was one of the more interesting moments of the Belmont. I will say that the sound and the like vibration of the grandstand at Belmont, of that massive grandstand when American Pharoah crossed the wire, is like the greatest day that I've ever had in horse racing, because that was just so cool to be there for it. I feel like you could have heard it from Jersey, like that's how loud it was.
My one little favorite thing that I love about the Belmont every year is, of course, the Belmont has the dopest like state themed song of the three of the, for some reason I always feel like there's like one or two horses that are like bouncing in time with Sinatra whenever I watch, whenever I'm watching. So I've always thought that was cool. It wins. It beats "Oh, Maryland, my Christmas tree and my old Kentucky home." My apologies to the people of Maryland, but we all know it's Christmas tree or Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's a good one. That was, of all the odd jobs, apparently we do a lot of weird things for the NBC broadcast, who obviously Fox Sports has it this year. But one of my jobs one year was to time out, actually, New York, because they needed to figure out how quickly the horses would exit the paddock and do the post parade and come back.
Yeah.
And so they did not give me a horse for this assignment to do in the some random afternoon during Belmont week, but they're like, "Megan, you know horses, and just walk fast, like the pace that a horse would walk, so just do that." I was like, "So you want me to just walk out there and like prance on the racetrack so that you can time this out?" They're like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
it's I feel like if you didn't have dressage choreographer on your resume before, that you can now, that you went out there and just really like put down the steps for them. I like it.
100%. Yes,
I like it.
Exactly. So that's what I'm going to go out on top with that. All right, it is time officially for the Body Armor Betting Edge, brought to us, of course, by our friends at Body Armor. The Belmont Stakes coming up this week. It is the Test of the Champion, as they call it. It is a 1.5 miles, so a very long marathon distance for these horses, and of course over the dirt, which they call Big Sandy, so a surface that not every horse likes and can be difficult, but certainly the ones that do really tend to stand out. So, Chase, let's go to you first.
Ooh. I get to go first this year? Okay.
Yeah, you get to go
first.
This
is a treat. Thank you.
Yeah, right? I know.
Yeah. I really wish that I didn't spoil this moment by being just a chalk-eating weasel. I'm on We the People, Lone Speed. It's the chalk. I know it. And I mean, we have no tappets, but we have a constitution, which is by a tappet. So
okay.
I got that going for me.
Yes, of course. And Tappet, obviously the grandfather, technically sire of We the People. And then on the mom's side, you have the dam sire as Tisnow, who obviously did very well at Belmont. He won the Breeders' Cup and the Breeders' Cup Classic and was in some of those longer distance races too. So, oh, you chalk-eating weasel, you. I thought you might surprise me, like on the last show, and just be like 50-1. I'm just going to take.
Well, there's no Dale Roman's horse.
I mean, you got Skippy Longstocking at 20-1, Golden Glider from Marquesi. I was like, man, come on.
I know, but here's the deal. It's a horse that should be able to, how you say, walk the dog on the front end. I don't see them going I'd be shocked if it's sub 24 for the opening quarter. I could see it being 25 because I don't think there's going to be any pace pressure at all. Should be able to handle the distance. And man, I mean, with Skippy, was it Skippy Longstocking? I'm not quite sold that the horse really likes racing outside of Gulfstream. I think it's just a walk away, absolute walk away.
Okay. I mean, kind of for funsies, but also because I am a big fan, is Nest. I'm going to go with Nest at 8-1. I might be price shopping here, but I mean, you got to love the story, right? You've got Rapoli, you've got Todd Pletcher, you've got a filly in the Belmont. The last time that happened was Rags to Riches, of course, the racehorse who was a filly that beat the boys, and that was in 2007, I want to say. So same connections, same trainer. You love to see it. I think that she's super talented. I mean, she still ran a good race in the Kentucky Oaks, and her numbers have to step up for sure. But ever since she won the Ashland, I've been such a fan of her just because of the way that she did it. Granted, that was a 1 mile and a 16th, a 1 mile and an 1/8. She stretched out to for the second time in the Kentucky Oaks. She had already won the Demoiselle at Aqueduct at that distance. But I just feel like she's one of those horses that will appreciate, a long distance. And I don't think Todd Pletcher is the kind of trainer that just throws horses in spots. You get these guys sometimes that are like, why not? But I don't feel like Todd's really one of those. So for this filly to show up here feels really good. She's sired by Curlin, so you get some nice long distance in the breeding there. On the bottom side, she's got AP Indy, another one of those types. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping that Jose Ortiz can get her to the finish line first and be a nice little storybook way to end this very interesting Triple Crown.
I was gonna say of the two other pedigrees that I looked at, I liked seeing that, you know, you have a Curlin and then also a Keen Ice, and then with so much distance on both the, you know, on the bottom line for both of those horses with APND and then Smart Strike for Rich Strike, you know, adding more distance to that pedigree too. Yeah, I mean, it might be a pretty straightforward race, but hopefully, I mean, also might be some pretty exciting races earlier in the card too.
We shall see. So obviously, as you mentioned, Rich Strike, the winner of the Kentucky Derby, is in this race. So he's coming back here. He skipped the Preakness, but we'll see if he can get back to the winner's circle in a Triple Crown race. He's at 7-2. I think he's the second choice there on the morning line. So an interesting field of horses to line up there at Belmont Park. That'll be race number 11. You can catch it on Fox Sports. Of course, Fox Sports with America's Day. The race is sponsored by America's Best Racing. Always on there for your racing enjoyment. And Chase, this has been fun. I've enjoyed hanging out with you for the past couple months. I'm sure we'll meet up again somewhere along the way.
Yep. I'm going to tell people that Rosie aged out. That's what happened. We did think of this ahead of time. I was going to pick her up, but man, she's 6 months now. She's gone from this big to huge. And so it was a lot to handle.
And I ran out of baby goats. So
that's true.
There's only so much you can do. All right. With that, no more animals. That's goodbye. Not goodbye. Just see you later. From me, Megan Devine, Chase Sessoms. This has been Devine and the Dog here on America's Best Racing. We'll see you. Bye.
It's America's original sport, and no one covers it better than America'sBestRacing.net. From the sport to lifestyle, the best races, horses, and destination venues, cocktails, gambling, fashion, and more. America'sBestRacing.net is a sport for you. Live it, love it, bet it.